I'm going to use the calculator to show you anyway. Second trace, option 5, but I'm going to move the cursor over closer to the other one. I do not need to get right on top of it, but close enough is good. That's the second equation, hit enter, guess, no, and tell me the answer. So again, my intersections that I got for this problem were, oops, there we go, was 2 and 3. Okay. So now here's how I use this to get my answer. All right, I'm going to use the picture, and I'll have it kind of up there at the side too. So in this thing, we are dealing with number lines still, because in the original problem, there is no y. It's just an x. So we would have 2 and 3 on my number line. We would have closed circles because they are equal to. And then what we would do is look for, and I know it's kind of hard to see on this one, but we would look for when is the parabola underneath, because it says less than, the 0. And if you look ever so slightly there, I'm trying to highlight it there, it looks like it is below it, in between 2 and 3. So in between 2 and 3. Now if it would have said greater than, then it would have been everything to the left of 2 and everything to the right of 3. But it didn't. It said what was less than. Interval notation, 2 to 3, and I'm done. And it saves us a lot of time from not having to guess a number and see if it actually works or not. Okay? So let me give you one more of those. X to the third minus 5x squared greater than or equal to negative 8. So once again, this is going to go into y1, and this is going to go into y2. Switch it over to the calculator. Y equals. I clear that out. X. To get a cube, I push the caret button because that gives me the exponent, and I type a 3. Important to note, to get out of the exponent, you have to hit the right arrow. If you have an older calculator like an 83, it'll show a caret symbol and then a parenthesis, then you type a 3 and close it. Minus 5x squared. And on the other side, this is important, it's negative 8. When it's a negative in the front, like it was on the equation, you put the negative sign. If it's negative inside the problem, like a 2x minus 3, then you put the negative sign, or minus sign. So the difference between these two. And it will give you an error if you try to put that subtraction symbol. So now I hit graph. Let's take a look. Here comes the first one. That window is not great because I do not see all of this curve. Looks like I need to move down a little bit. So I go to window, X minimum adjusts it to the left, X maximum adjusts it to the right, which I don't think I needed to do. Y minimum adjusts downward. So I'm gonna go down to like 20 and see what happens. Now, what I mean by see what happens is once I push graph, I don't know if this is gonna be a good enough window or not. I'm just guessing, and to be fair, looked like it was a pretty good one. So now, the object of it is, when is the curve physically higher than the line? Because it said greater than. Looks like it's greater than here, and it looks like it's greater than up for there. We still need to find the intersection points. So second trace, option 5. First curve, sure. Second curve, yep. Guess, just hitting enter to get those. And it gives me 1.52, but it went to this one. So second trace, option 5, I have to move my cursor over, and I'm gonna move it closer to the left one so I can get that one right away too. It's on the equation, so I hit enter, I hit enter, I hit enter, and that's negative 1.41. And then this one over here, second trace, option 5, I'm holding the cursor down to make it go faster. Is that on the first curve? Yep. Is that on the second curve? Yep. Do you want to make a guess? Nope. And 4.62 or 6.3. So we have the one intersection that's shown at 4.62 or 4.63. This number down here was 1.53, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And this one was negative 1.1 something. I don't remember off the top of my head now. 1.14, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And 4.63. Okay. So now to answer the question again one more time, I'm going to use the highlighter to show you. I want to know when is the curve above, so it's above it on this section, and it's above it here. And so to write that, we use our interval notation stuff, and because it's at equal to, we're going to use brackets. So we have bracket, negative 1.14 to 1.53. And then because there's two of them, I use a union symbol. 4.63 to infinity and beyond. And that would be how I would answer my questions, okay? So this saves us a lot of time when it comes to, instead of doing these all by hand, we can just use our calculator to do that. Okay, so on that note, that's 1.9. From there, I posted the assignment in Google Classroom, so should be up and available for you. All right, see you guys on Monday.